What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for another predicted lineup. The games coming absolutely thick and fast. The big games as well. Massive game this weekend at home to Leicester. Leicester sitting in 4th in the league. Spurs sitting 2nd in the league. If Leicester beat us, they leapfrog us. If we beat Leicester, we get a 4-point cushion on them. How are you feeling coming into this game?
Yeah, look, Leicester have been one of the bright spots of the season as well. You know, the top half is very, very close. We all know that. But Leicester have been great. They've won a lot of games, but also lost a lot of games. And, you know, they've lost 5. That's quite a lot at this stage of the season.
You made that comparison. They're a bit like us from a couple of years ago in Poch's last full season when we were as well. We were winning a lot of games, losing a lot of games, not really draw. We didn't draw it till December, January that year, did we?
Exactly. And then all of a sudden all caught up with us when we stopped kind of getting those wins. I think Leicester, look, they've got a great team, no doubt about it. And you've got to say even now they've got a good squad because all those injuries they had at the beginning of the season, Pereira, indeed, Sionchu, they dealt with it pretty well and got wins on the board. However, look, they're not impossible to beat. They've lost 5 games already this season, and we've got to go in this game full of confidence that if we just keep it tight, we don't let Vardy get a run on you, and I think we should be all right because I think at the back they've still got those injuries, and we should have enough to pick them off.
All right, so the press conference has been made from Jose Mourinho. The team news is in. You want to run us through it?
Yeah, so Lamella's confirmed again, still injured, and he actually said he's not even very close to coming back yet. So who knows what's the latest with him?
I mean, he was on the verge of coming back a month ago.
He said he trained with the team, but not properly, and he's not even. He said I wouldn't even say very close yet.
I think we're missing him a bit at the moment. I really do.
Yeah, because he started the season really well. That aggression that he plays on the right hand side, and in the final third as well, I think it's underrated how incisive his play can be, and his decision making sometimes is quite good.
Wow.
I know he can dally on the ball a bit, but he can also do a quick pass sometimes in and around the box. Yeah. Whereas he doesn't rely on his pace as much. Anyway, he's out. Tanganga, he's out. Still another 2-3 weeks away. That injury onto his shoulder he got against Antwerp, which he actually played on with somehow because we thought he was definitely going off, but that's obviously caused some long-term damage. And Gareth Bale is back in the squad after fully recovering from illness, and he's in the squad, and he might even play. Who knows? All
right, so let's get into the predicted lineup. We're going to go for a 4-2-3-1 formation. The last 2 predicted lineups in the Premier League, I think we predicted the exact same lineup. Both of them were a tiny bit wrong. Let's hope we're going to predict a very similar one today.
Yeah, look, the fact of the matter is, at the moment, Mourinho knows his best lineup. He knows the lineup. Clearly, the ones he trusts in big games is one he's been picking. So I think we maybe either 1 or 2 changes, but I don't see a lot of changes.
Our Premier League predicted lineup videos are becoming a bit same at the moment.
Yeah, but it is what it is. That's how we see it at the moment, because that's what, especially in these big games, we've got all these big games thick and fast. That is the lineup that Mourinho prefers. And we've seen that time and time again.
Let's get into it. 4-2-3-1. In goal, Hugo Lloris.
Yeah.
Right back, Serge Aurier.
Can't drop him at the moment.
I thought Serge Aurier was brilliant last game. Really was.
Yeah, he was. And look, he's going to come up against Harvey Barnes or Cengiz Ünder. And, you know, I think the confidence having taken on Mane, taken on Ferran Torres for City, or was it Sterling? You know, taken on all these top quality players, and they barely got any spare change out of him. He'll have a lot of confidence going into this game, I think. And Harvey Barnes could be in for a tough one.
Left back, the return of Serge Reguilon. I think he'll be really important in this game as well.
Very important. Yeah, we need him for sure. Quick breakaway, especially against a fullback like Justin who likes to get forward. There should be a bit of space to exploit.
Then the centre-back partnership of Toby and Eric Dyer.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, obviously you got the pace of Vardy to worry about, but the way we've been playing, I think I can see us playing a bit of a low block, kind of starving Vardy of any space in behind, and hitting him on the counter like we did back end of last year. Yeah. And if we can do that, we have a good chance. I think Dyer and Toby are probably best suited to counteracting that.
Højbjerg in the CDM position alongside Sissoko and Ndombele.
Yeah, we think Ndombele comes back in because obviously Lo Celso played for an hour on against Liverpool, although he did play very well, got a really good assist, so he'll probably feel unlucky to miss out. But at the moment, it's just how it is. He was talking about potentially playing them together. I think maybe this game's come a bit soon for that. So I think at the moment he's just got to rotate them, and Ndombele comes in because he didn't play a minute against Liverpool.
Yeah, and then on the left side of the attack, Heung-min Son. Up front, Harry Kane. On the right-hand side, we're sticking with Steven Bergwijn, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so, because of everything that's happened this week, and I think it's you have to show a confidence as well. Not only because you have to do that. I think he's playing. I still think he's playing okay. So like, I don't think it's justified just to chuck him out anyway, just because he missed a couple of chances. I think if he comes in, he scores a goal, he puts to bed all that rubbish that has been going on. So we got to show some support for him. A show of support for Stevie, and I think we play him again.
There's a lot of talk of Steven Bergwijn, Lucas Moura,
Bale,
but I just want to talk about those two for a minute, Lucas Moura and Steven Bergwijn, because an argument can be said that they both offer kind of similar attributes on the pitch. They both work very hard, they both put a lot of miles in, but both of them are not showing the end product at the moment. But I still feel Steven Bergwijn offers a lot more on the pitch than Lucas Moura. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, I agree with that, because I think he runs in behind more off the ball than Lucas does. He doesn't just do the ball to feet. I think Lucas is a bit faster, but I think Bergwijn, and I think also Lucas has like a better first touch than Bergwijn for sure. I think his technique might be a bit better, but I think what Bergwijn is, he's a bit more direct. He's more likely to get a shot off, like when he attacks the goal or get a cross on goal. I think he's more likely to make a difference in the final third. And so I feel like for me, Bergwijn should get the nod, and I think he's more likely to get in goal-scoring positions and link up with the other attackers than Lucas is. Lucas is just at the moment, to be honest, for the part since the Ajax game, he's just been very frustrating. To be honest, he really has pretty much since that game. For a while now, it's now 18 months. He hasn't really brought any sort of consistency that we like to see from Lucas Moura. And although he had a good run at the post-lockdown, he hasn't done much for me, so he really needs to step up his game. Although he's done well in Europa League, it's only Europa League. You know what I mean? These are the real games he needs to make a difference. Even some of them he hasn't
done that well in.
I know, but he's got a good goal scoring record in Europa League. Yeah. But he doesn't really have a great one in the Premier League. He's I think got 4 goals last year, 1 goal this year so far. He's got to be doing more for a player of Lucas's quality. How we know how much quality he has. He's got to be doing more. So I think for me, Bergwijn deserves the nod. Yeah. I think he's more versatile as well, Bergwijn.
Yeah, I agree. Let's just run through that lineup with you one more time. That's Hugo Lloris in goal, Aurier right back, Reguilón left back with a centre back pairing of Toby and Dyer. The middle three of Højbjerg, Sissoko and Tanguy Ndombele with Son, Kane and Bergwijn up top. What score prediction going for?
2-0 Spurs.
2-0?
2-0, I think very similar to our other home games. I think we're going to go fast start at the beginning. We're going to, if we do get an early goal, we'll provide a low block. We'll try and restrict Maddison and Barnes and under any sort of supply lines to Vardy, and hopefully starve Vardy of any space in behind. And we should have enough, and especially now, Fuchs has been playing a lot over the past few weeks. That's definitely somewhere.
Castagne might come in instead of him this weekend.
He might, but if he doesn't, or even if Castagne does play, he might not be fully fit, and he might be just easing back into it. So that's definitely something we can definitely exploit at the back. But you got to say, Fofana's done a really good job, hasn't he? Is he out? He's playing. I think he's fit.
It's interesting with Fofana as well, because he came from Saint Etienne, partnered Saliba last year at the back, and Saliba was supposed to be the better one.
Yeah.
And Fofana's come in absolutely taken to the Premier League like a fish into water, and Saliba can't even get into the squad.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, really. That's what got a lot of Arsenal fans asking a lot of questions about what's going on with Saliba, and because you look and compare it to Fofana's been great.
Yeah.
He really has, but. That back four of last week they played a back four of Justin, Fofana, Indeed, and Fuchs, and if they play a similar back four to that, there's definitely we can get some joy out of that back four for sure. And although they got a lot of threats, Barnes, Maddison, Tielemans is a good centre mid, and obviously Vardy, I think we've shut out better attacks. So I think I'm confident we can get a result. We just need to make sure we're as concentrated as we were against Liverpool, against City, and against Arsenal, and all those games. And I think we can come away with the 3 points. I really am confident.
So my brother's going 2-0. I think I'm quite confident for this one. I think you're going to see a reaction from Tottenham today after not winning the last 2 Premier League games, and I think it's a must win this weekend. We can't get away with a draw. We can't get away with a loss this weekend. I think it's so imperative we win this game, and I think we're going to win 3-0. I'm really confident of it this weekend. I don't know if that's a good news or bad news, but
we'll see.
When you look at the last 5 games against Leicester as well, we've won 4 out of 5. So we've got
Harry Kane, I think, has scored more goals than anyone else against Leicester. He has a great record against Leicester.
Yeah, so there you have it. My brother's going 2-0. I'm going 3-0. That is our predicted lineup. Let me know in the comments section below what you think of our lineup, what you think the score's going to be. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always,
come on, you Spurs.